Right, so you just relapsed or you're having urges. Well, first of all, congratulations for clicking on this video. Here I'm gonna go through how to deal with urges, how to scientifically revert the slippery slope you started going down on, or, well, how to get back to the version that you were before you relapsed. So first of all, we need to kind of understand what's the reason you relapsed. You see, the first reason is you need the dopamine. But why do you need dopamine so much that you did something that you didn't want to do? Well, it's because you have sort of started getting slight spikes. Maybe you watched some videos with the intention or without the intention, but not clicking off once you felt the dopamine, once you felt the excitement about, whatever, sexy ladies or whatever. Or you have had an amazing night 2 days ago and now you're in a rut because when you're, for example, out with your friends, you're going to have higher dopamine. But when you come home and you're alone or you're in your normal environment with your parents, you will have a lower dopamine. So how do we get rid of the urges? How do we fix some of the effect of a relapse? What we need to do is we need to increase your dopamine baseline way up. Okay, so how we do that? Well, I talk about this on the full guide as well. We need to suffer. So it's time to suffer, guys. First things first. And the easiest thing to do is 100 push-ups. So right now, I don't have massive urges, nor am I after a relapse. But, I'm a little bit unproductive today. I haven't done enough work. So this will help you as well if you're in a bit of a rut, because you just need to increase your dopamine and you will have a more happy and more motivating life just in general. So 100 push-ups, let's get into it, and then we'll get on to the next step, but do this in the order that I'm going to do it. If you're struggling with letting go of the identity of being someone who watches porn instead of trying to go on dates and find a healthy way to meet your sexual needs, please watch my full guide. I have worked on it quite a bit and you will find all the answers there: how to change your identity, how to change your environment, what to do instead of thinking about sexual thoughts. You'll find it all on my channel. So yeah, 100 push-ups, let's get into it. I imagine that you're probably not extremely fit. Well, I'm not extremely fit, but I was very unfit about 2 years ago. So the way I do it is I set a 15-minute timer on my watch, and that's the time that I want to go under with the 100 push-ups. I'll do it in 12 to 13 minutes, but you might have to work on it for about half an hour. I recommend you to do sets of 15, 15, 10, 10, 10, 5, 5, 5, etc. until you can do no more, and then wait a little bit. After doing each set of push-ups, you want to wait for 1 minute so you can recover. During later sets, you want to wait 2 minutes so you can recover a bit better. And while you're doing it, because you are getting ready to do it with me, right? While you're doing it, you will feel more happy already and you'll feel better immediately. So let's go. Get in plank. By the way, if you're like extremely weak or maybe you're overweight, you can just put your knees down and like do this and then do push-ups like this. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Obviously, I usually do 25, 20, 20, but this will do as well. So I hope you can follow along as well, because I'm making it a little bit easy so you can follow me. When you change your identity, I think that's the most important part. Changing your identity from being a wanker, little idiot who doesn't really know much about life, and it's not necessarily an insult. It's more like a fact. if you watch porn, you're kind of a wanker who has a limited amount of knowledge or very, very limiting self-beliefs. And what I've found so far is the best way to deal with porn addiction, the best way to end habitual porn use and not worry about it, is by changing your identity. That's number one. So if you can change the way you think, if you change the tone of your inner voice, your abstinence will no longer be an abstinence from porn. It will be the end of your urges. It will be the end of your creepy thoughts when you see a good looking girl, or when you read a name that might be very similar to maybe somebody who performs in adult movies. So yeah, change your identity. If you don't know how to do it yet, check out my guidance. Don't do it now. You still have 85 push-ups to go, mate. So yeah, get ready for the second set. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Yeah. Yeah, so I did used to struggle a lot with urges, but I was a fool because my first streak went amazing. I did the right things. I have done a lot of research. I have done a lot of research. I watched a lot of YouTube videos and really thoroughly researched everything, like science stuff, the dopamine stuff, everything. And I managed to stay clean 100 days. It wasn't really a streak. My identity was completely different. I wasn't thinking about porn. But the problem was I haven't found a good purpose. I didn't go the whole way. I just left porn behind. So what happens when you don't find a good purpose to switch from watching porn is you will have a lot of excess energy. And since I was in an environment where I couldn't spend this energy, especially not because I didn't have the purpose, I just found a replacement habit for my porn habit, which was watching endless amounts of YouTube videos. Back then I was still doing esports coaching, so after my work was done, I would just head on to YouTube and stay there until the night was done, which is a terrible idea. And one could argue it is worse than watching porn. By the way, it's not, because once you stop, it's super easy to, change the identity. I think it is an easier addiction to beat than watching porn. Anyways, enough of the talking. Time for the third set. So I'm gonna do 15 as well. If you can only do 10, if you still feel winded, if you still feel sore, just do 10. I'm gonna do 15 and we'll keep going. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, sweet. So now we take a bit of a longer break. If you only did 10, I'm gonna do more push-ups, because this is for the people who can only do 10 for the third set of push-ups. And don't worry, I've been there as well. Look, like 3 years ago, I looked like a fucking piece of bamboo or whatever, Yeah, so just take a break here, maybe 2 minutes. Yeah, and there are a few milestones once you reset your streak. You have your first urge, that's the biggest thing. The first time you really want to wank again is going to decide how long your streak is. But even before that, you want to have a very certain commitment. You want to be committed. So I want you to really, really dig deep and maybe take a little time to journal. It's one of the best tools ever I found for stopping the porn habit is just journal every single day. If you journal for five minutes, yeah, you don't have much to worry about. Change identity, maybe that's also crucial, but yeah, first streak, what I've done, journaled every single day. I don't even know how long the streak was, 200, 300 days. Yeah, my downfall, what I fucked up the first time is that I went back to NOFAP to help other people. I thought I was, I thought I was the shit, but turns out NOFAP ain't shit. So NOFAP is kind of a network of people who keep themselves addicted unconsciously, unfortunately. And this is why I have made this channel and why I'm trying to make a business that is actually helping people who are dealing with their porn habit, who are dealing with their porn addiction and having difficulties. Because what NOFAP has done, it has raised awareness. I think No Not November as a trend has raised a ton of awareness. But once you get into NOFAP, once you get into the forums and the videos and the memes, it isn't actually helping you. It's not really going to move you forward if you are staying in a community and if you're active in a community like that. Yeah. Anyways, too much talking. Time to do the fourth set. So get on all fours and let's get ready. So this will be the fourth set. So you only need to do 10, I'm gonna do 15. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. All right. So that was what? 2 times 15 is. We are at 50 push-ups. Well, you're at 50 push-ups. I'm at more than that, but hey, that's whatever. It's not a competition. You need to suffer. That's the only point. I need to suffer as well. I need to get my baseline dopamine up. That's how it works. Yeah, so as I was talking about NoFap, and yeah, it's a good idea, but it doesn't work because it's just an echo chamber of addicts. People who are addicted to porn, who are doing small amount of abstinence, they're unable to stay away from porn, and then they are relapsing multiple times once they do relapse, and they cannot control at all what they do during that time period. Actually, I watched some clinical psychologists talk about it. There are actually some great clinical psychologists in my own country of Hungary who talk about this as well, and of course I feel like it's a good idea to bring their knowledge as well to the whole world. So as I listen to these people, I realize how bad it can actually get, because on the forums you only see like, oh, I relapsed, I don't know, fucking 10 times today. So there are actually people on the end, you know, the spectrum of addiction, people who are habitual aren't really addicted, people who watch porn sometimes, they are absolutely not addicted, and there are people who are addicted. So at the end of the spectrum, there are actually people who go home from, let's say they go home from a job and they just can't control what they do. They just watch porn the whole time. I don't even know how that can feel, bro. That's fucking crazy. And then they, you know, they do it until Monday morning, and then they go back to the, oh my god, bro. I didn't even know that this was a thing, bro. How the fuck is this even possible? Well, usually people who are addicted, they are stacking shit on top of each other. So their underlying condition, for example, if they have a very traumatic environment, let's say they live with their family and their family environment is toxic, that can cause complete obsession over porn and absolute porn addiction. And if they fixed their environment, it would be so much more easy to quit porn like that. If they stay in their toxic environment, even if they quit porn, it's not really gonna change much, because they'll just pivot for another addiction. They'll pivot to watch YouTube, they'll pivot to be addicted and binging on Netflix, watching movies, being active on Reddit or whatever forums like Facebook. I don't know, what other forums are there? I don't know. Anyways, too much thinking, too much talking. Let's get too much thinking, too much talking. Let's get back to work here. So another 10 push-ups here. I'm gonna do 15 again, so it will be set 5, yeah. Alright, get ready. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, it's getting challenging. Honestly, I should have done 25 at the start, because it's not like I'm not bragging. Like, the first 3 sets were completely effortless for me, and that's a problem because you want to suffer. You really want to suffer. Now I'm feeling the reps towards the end. And hey, I'm not a fitness guy, you know. I've only done fitness for like 3 years, so I've got some gains, but I'm not the guy who wants to be a bodybuilder or who wants to have 7% body fat, you know. I care about strength and I care about stamina. I like doing Muay Thai. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I got around to doing NOFAP, to at least trying it out, because I started doing Muay Thai. And I somewhere read about NOFAP having some benefits with sports activities. So yeah, I tried it out, and I was doing like a 3-day abstinence before each gym session of Muay Thai. And it actually kind of helped me. I know some of that is placebo, but again, some of that isn't, because your dopamine, your need for new dopamine is higher. You're more willing to fight when you're on even a few days streak. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do another set. So this was for you 2 times 15, right? So this was 60 now, because I assume you did 10. If you did more, congrats. Yeah, let's do another 10. I'm gonna do 15. That will be number 70. All right, so get into position. I hope you can see me. Well, it doesn't matter. You don't need to see my reps, but there. Don't need to see my reps. They're probably dirty a little bit now. Let's do it. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. How do you do this? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, by the way, like, it doesn't really matter what day you're on. If you have a higher dopamine baseline, you will be more vigorous. And of course, you might not be interested in girls, at least in the first like 7 days, 3 days, depending on your testosterone. Keep in mind, even if you relapse, if you're active physically, your physiological recovery will be faster. So let's say you never go to the gym and you run once a week. It might take you 3 weeks to be like seriously like horny when you see a good looking girl on the street, you know. Like, by horny I don't mean it in a creepy way, but what I mean is you might want to approach her even if you're too scared to do it. However, if you go to the gym or work out an hour a day each day, that might take like 5 days. At least that's what I've experienced, because I've been both of those guys. Yeah, I think we have time. I want to show you guys some cool stuff. You know, you might be a little broke, a little bit of a broke boy when you start off NOFAP, because you play video games for status and you watch porn for fulfillment and kind of simulation of love. So if you want to do some serious workout without sinking money on a membership, these are the things that you need. These, yeah, look, fucking resistance bands. They're cheap as fuck. A whole set for like 30 bucks. And yeah, they're just amazing. Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get used to it, they're fucking amazing. You can take it to a calisthenics park, it helps you with pull-ups. I managed to get like a bigger bag because of it. And yeah, I actually like calisthenics more. You might find after using these in the calisthenics park that you prefer calisthenics. And I highly recommend picking some up because you pick up a set of these resistance bands and you'll be able to do workouts every day at your home. At the start, you can just do, you know, high intensity training like HIIT, HIIT. Eventually you want to do your own sessions, like you design your own workouts. But at the first like 1 or 2 years, you don't have to worry about that. If you've never been to the gym, just do YouTube stuff, bro. Just fucking write it into YouTube, resistance band workout. Well, don't write it in now, but you know what I mean. There are some great ones out there. Hey, if you want, I can link some too, because I have some in my saved playlist. All right, guys, let's do, I think this is number 80. So we're at 70 push-ups now. Well, you're at 70 push-ups now. Let's get to 80. See the reps. Like, I assume you know how to do a push-up, right? Well, if you don't know how to do a push-up, perhaps you wanna look that up on YouTube as well, or just look at my form. But yeah, gotta hit the positions, guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Once you get a little shaky, once you start to slow down, that's where the magic begins. Yeah, that's when you're gonna know that your dopamine baseline is gonna get higher once you stop. Yeah, another amazing tool you can use once you're done with your 100 push-ups. Of course, you'll be sweaty, and it's okay to be sweaty, bro. Like, come on. Who are you kidding? Like, everybody gets sweaty. But of course, you want to take a shower. You're not a stinky boy, right? So another amazing tip. After this, get into the shower. Do 10 seconds, 15 seconds of full cold shower and just fucking spray yourself all over. And try not to hyperventilate, although you might. Yeah, just 10-15 seconds. That will make your dopamine baseline even higher. That will help you even more to recover from relapse, or to deal with urges from you know, having a porn habit or a porn addiction. You know, to each his own. Some people might consider themselves an addict, but they might do like I don't know, relapse once every 3 months, where they, you know, they go ham for like 7-8 hours. And I don't think that's a full-blown addict. Usually the problem isn't as insanely bad as you think, but it's also easy to think like, yeah, I don't have a problem, I just watch porn a few times. Bro, to those people who say I don't have a problem, I just watch porn occasionally, think about it like this. Imagine nobody drank alcohol publicly. Like, you don't have to drink beer or any shots in order to enjoy a nightlife, and you still did it. It's very obviously bad for you. Like, drinking alcohol is bad for you. Everybody knows that, but people do it, and I do it too, because without it, the way society is designed, you won't be able to really enjoy a good nightlife, a good night out occasionally once you go out. So when you watch porn, just remember, even watching porn once will be hurting your life. Of course, only to a small amount, but still, like, you don't want to do it. It's that simple. And when it comes to semen retention, like, bro, that's up to you. There are 2 ways out of this that are pretty easy, and they have been proven. One is through semen retention, if you're an addict or if you've had a long-standing habit of 10 plus years. And the other one is, bro, you just change your identity. You can still like masturbate maybe once a week. I don't know. That's up to you and your libido, your testosterone levels. Anyways, too much talking now. Get on all fours and let's do it. The penultimate one. Let's go 10. I'm gonna go 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's another 15. By the way, if you're doing 15s, my hat's off to you, bro. Congrats. You're doing great. Anyway, yeah. So, as I was saying, there are two ways out of this. One is with semen retention, and the other one is just to change your identity, start doing neutral masturbation. But for many people, this habit, it started when they were 13 like me, or 12, 14, 15. If you try to do it the healthy way, which is you try to do normal masturbation, I found that to be very, very difficult. Even with a switched identity, I have attempted that and I have relapsed. Because of that, I will keep attempting it, and I hope one day I will be able to fully do it. I have been mostly off porn for about almost 3 years now, and it is still a difficulty for me. That is something that I might seek professional help for if I can't fix that in about 2 to 3 years. But then again, I like semen retention. I'm trying to grow a business. I'm trying to be more healthy and be more fit. I don't have that much of an issue with stress levels, because that's something that you have to watch out for when you're retaining your semen. You might be more stress prone, and you might be less happy because you're not releasing and your body is telling you to release your semen. And of course, another drawback of semen retention is the nightly emissions, which is not every night, but I don't know, depending on your testosterone or libido, might be once a month, might be less or more. When you just jizz into your underwear or whatever you're sleeping in during your night. And yeah, that's completely normal, and that's a great thing, because that means that your body can regulate itself. You don't actually have to touch yourself in order to release excess semen. Yeah. Anyways, I hope this isn't too awkward for you. I'm the kind of guy who I don't have any topic that is too uncomfortable for me to talk about, you know. That's why I chose this type of. I feel like this is somewhat my calling, because I mean, porn addiction, that's kind of an awkward topic, right? Well, not for me, I don't really have an awkward topic. Anyway, alright, so the final set. Come on, guys, let's get into position. Let's do this. This is the final one. Let's go. Give it everything that you've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Fuck yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was a bit more. I do a lot of talking. What can I say? I like talking, and especially when I think I might help someone with my, the information that's in my head, the knowledge that I've gathered during the past couple of years, researching this, trying to figure out how to completely heal from porn addiction. Yeah, alright guys, congratulations on doing this. Head into the shower if you're, head into it anyway, but do a cold shower if you are ballsy enough. Of course, make sure that you don't have a heart condition or anything, and start the cold shower lower in your body and then move it up, because it can cause a heart attack if you shock yourself too hard. But yeah, you got nothing to worry about. You're probably a young man without a heart condition, but just in case, I don't want to cause any struggles for anyone. Right. Fucking forgot. Alright. Congrats, you just got a fucking chest pump, bro. But, you might not want to feel sore tomorrow. Just in case you don't want to feel sore and feel the hard work that you've just done is actually doing something to your body, here's how you can stretch this out, right? Because you worked on the fucking chest muscles, so you put your hands behind your back, push it down if you can, and Let me show it like this. So grab your chest and move it up as high as you can and open your shoulders like this. Look up, look up. Try to make your hands as little. Try to make your hands not slip. And keep this for 15 to 30 seconds and you should have a stretched chest. Also, another thing, you might still be sore even if you stretch your chest. So yeah, but enjoy the pump, bro. And don't worry if your chest isn't as big as mine. It might not be, but 2-3 times a week you do some workouts with those resistance bands, or you do some calisthenic parks, you do some pull-ups. I don't really take fitness that seriously. What I have done is I've done the 75 hard challenge, and that has really shredded me a little bit. That's why I might look a little muscular, although it's been like 3 months, but still it just helped me elevate my game. There are 2 more tasks that you can do. There are 2 more ways to suffer. Although one of them is socializing, so it might not be that much suffering. For some people, it is very painful to do. I remember after the first long streak, I had a relapse and my life like completely stopped. Like, oh, what the fuck? I just did like 200 days, but bro, the brain fog came back just from a few days of watching porn. And honestly, like that might happen in your first year, but once you're like 1 to 2 years into NOFAP, in 2 years your porn relapses will be like easy peasy to get through, because you will develop skills, social skills, fitness, and therefore belief in your own self. With meditation, with journaling, you will be able to heal yourself so much that these problems with your awkwardness, laziness, with your weakness, they will be lower, they will be turned down. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you've been able to enjoy your time with me, and I hope you've done the 100 push-ups. Your dopamine baseline now will be just that much higher. You will be less likely to relapse, and you will be slightly happier as well. So see you guys in the next one. Peace.